mission, one goal, one team. Meet the minds behind the smart solar van. In the next 60 seconds, a closed room can become an oven. But while you are away, your space is working for you. No batteries to change, no apps to check. Total climate control, powered by the very sun that creates the heat. This is the smart solar van, innovation that never sleeps.
Let's dive into the tech.
Currently, overheating in enclosed spaces is becoming a huge problem, especially due to global warming. For example, in greenhouses, plants are wilting from high temperatures. It can even lead to higher energy use when fans or air conditioning are needed to cool the space. Our solution is the smart solar van, a van that can automatically open when the temperature in the enclosed space is too high. Now, you must be thinking, we use sensors or wiring or even coding. But the interesting part about our product is that it does not use electricity at all. The van relies on the bimetallic strips which bends when it reaches high temperature. How it works is that the bimetallic strip is made of two materials on opposite sides which have different thermal properties. One side has a higher melting point than the other. Therefore, when heat is present, one side absorbs heat faster than the other starts expanding. This results in the strip bending.
As you can see in the AR overlay, we are visualizing the real-life application of smart solar van. Now, it's time to look at our prototype. Fun fact, instead of using complex materials, we use everyday materials that are easily accessible to anyone. First, we made the base using a cardboard and glued the pieces together to form a house. Then, to replicate the glass, we used plastic sheets as windows. For the van, we made a flap made of paper and aluminium tape. Although it doesn't have bimetallic properties, it's enough to show the concept behind the bending mechanism. To test the mechanism, we used a candle as a source of heat, stimulating a hot environment in the enclosed space. Now, let's take a look at our model and see how it works. Firstly, light up the candle and place it inside the model to act as the heat source. The heat from the candle represents the heat that would normally build up in a closed space. Then, move the candle around inside of the model so that the heat spreads more evenly, replicating the effect of an overheated room. Now, we can see that the flap bend outward. This happens because the tape reacts to the increase in temperature. In a real-life situation, this bending action would cause the vent to open, allowing the trapped hot air to escape and fresh air to flow in. Let's take a look at what happens when the temperature starts to cool down by removing the candle. As the heat decreases, the flap slowly bends back inward. This inward action would cause the flap to close in real life once the temperature has dropped. So essentially, this simple demonstration shows how the smart solar van operates automatically, opening when it is hot to release excess heat and closing again when the space cools down.
Now, 3 advantages of our product. First, it is sustainable as it doesn't rely on electricity but only heat as a renewable energy source. The smart solar van also lasts long, allowing lesser waste to be produced. It is a priority that the environment should be always put first when it comes to innovation. Second, the smart solar van is cost savvy. Although it might be costly during the first installation, it is financially beneficial in the long run as no bills need to be paid and doesn't require much maintenance, proving that it is an investment to buyers. Lastly, the smart solar van is user-friendly. As it doesn't have wiring or coding and is automated, buyers don't have to go through lengthy manuals to know how to set up and use it, allowing it to be accessible to all. The smart solar van isn't just a window, it is a contribution to our nation's future. By harnessing the simple expansion of metal, we are slashing energy costs for families, protecting our farmers' harvest, and moving one step closer to a net zero carbon economy. We are proving that the smartest solution don't need a plug, they just need a better design. Smart solar van is more than just an idea. It is a demonstration of how simple materials and heat responsive mechanisms can be engineered into a working solution. Our prototype may be small, but it proves the concept.
Smart solar vent, innovation that never sleeps.